Hi, it's George Nordhaus. Welcome to the eye-opener of Monday morning. Ready or not, a disaster is coming. That's not very good news, is it? But I think we all kind of understand that, particularly in light of the Katrina situation and of the uh, big floods and all over the country, but particularly in Louisiana. Gosh, it's just amazing. Anyhow, when I heard that Mike Manus had some really good information on it. And I know Mike, he's a wonderful presenter, and he's from New Orleans. Well, he's from Louisiana. He lives in about an hour out of Baton Rouge now, but he's been involved with this from day one. He's a consultant to everybody. I could tell you a lot more about that, but he is talking about this whole situation today, and it's just absolutely amazing. He's talking about what to do. What do you do when you really have something like this? He said the first thing you really need to do is find out about the people. Who you're responsible for? Well, who to? And so forth. He really puts it to you because all of a sudden you think, my gosh, I hadn't really considered that. He talks about the necessities do you have. If it's coming, do you have all these things? Of course, none of us do, or very few of us do, but he's suggesting that we do, and he gives us some good checklists. He talks about the despondency of people, emotional readiness, who's ready, who isn't. Then he talks about what you really do. What's the practical ways? How do you get out of here? Where do you go when something like this happens? And that's pretty important. And this whole thing's a checklist. Down and down and down. Transportation, how do you get there? Simple things. How do you converse? How do you communicate with, well, everybody? How you communicate, but particularly because you're an insurance agent, what do you do about that? You got to have some good evacuation situations. You got to have some readiness. But what do you really do, and what can you do about the insurance situation? Boy, oh boy, once you begin to realize this, and once he tells you some stories of what some insurance agencies did and had to do and didn't do during these calamities, you will really understand a whole lot more about, well, maybe I should get ready. Are you hoping for the best but prepared for the worst? And that's what he's really trying to show here. This is a beautiful thing. Contingencies. What about and he talks about, well, I won't go any further than that. I'll let him tell you about it, but I will tell you, boy, when you see those pictures of some of these things, and you've seen them in the papers, in the papers and everywhere, boy, this is scary, isn't it? And this is going to be a checklist. So this is a checklist. You keep it, hold it, give it to the people on your staff, make sure everybody has it. Every once in a while, maybe every year or something, why not have a meeting on your company meeting, your agency meeting? Let's sit down and discuss it. What are we going to do? And here's your checklist. And boy, Mike has done a wonderful job, and I'm so proud that we have it. And before you leave, I want to tell you something else. But you can always go back to the, this next week too, to our email, Monday morning email. And we're having, as you probably know, we told you before, you were having the webinar, and the webinar is going to come on the 15th. It's not far from now. And the question is, are you going to be having your territory or not? And if you don't have your territory, you're going to be awfully mad about it a year or two or three from now, because one agency for every 200,000 in population will be on Monday Morning Markets and have all of those free videos that you can have right on there. It's a beautiful thing. So for goodness sakes, just go ahead and register for it. It costs you nothing. It's easy to do. You can put it on your website. We'll do it for you or show you how to do it. Nothing to that. And it's going to keep growing and automatically go on your website as more and more videos are done by what we call them SMPs, specialty markets providers, but those are the GAs, the wholesalers, and so forth. And all of that's going, and then when you get an opportunity, you can go right on there, put your customer or your prospect on your website, listen to that, look at it, and we'll go from there, and then we're going to have something else next week. It's going to blow your mind. But I won't tell you now. I'll just let you have something to look forward to. Okay, and I'll see you again next Monday.